34 days until the election, and the polls showing a tight race in some key battleground states. The Real Clear Politics average showing Hillary Clinton leading Donald Trump in North Carolina. Look, it's a tight one, though. But Trump is pulling ahead in Tim Kaine's home state of Virginia. We should say Hillary Clinton pulling ahead by almost 10 percentage points there. So what is at stake? Here to help us break it all down is the president of Rasmussen Media Group, Scott Rasmussen. Thank you so much for joining us again this morning.
Always good to see you, Heather. You know, and as we talk about this, context is what matters. People talk about these individual states like they're individual ball games, and they miss the big picture.
Well, they're significant, though.
These states are very significant. That's right. Donald Trump, this is the map from 2012. The red states were won by Mitt Romney, the blue by Barack Obama. Mitt Romney got 206 electoral college votes. So Donald Trump needs to win all the red states, plus pick up some extra votes from the blue states. These, though, are the only states that are really competitive. You know, a state like California is going to go for the Democrats. A state like Wyoming is going to go for the Republicans. There's 13 battleground states. Trump needs to win these 3 red states and pick up some of the blue.
So Virginia, traditionally Democrat.
That's correct.
And that's where the VP debate is tonight.
That's right. We're going to be talking about that, Tim Kaine's state. But we have to, again, remember, if Donald Trump wants to win, he has to win Florida, which would get him up to 235 electoral votes. He has to win Ohio. That would get him to 253. All of a sudden, he's close. And that's why these remaining blue states are so important. And today we're talking about Virginia, where the debate is, and just to its south, North Carolina. Both of these states were heavily, heavily Republican for a generation. They were just part of really what became the solid Republican South. Barack Obama changed all of that, won both these states in 2008. In 2012, they went different directions. North Carolina barely won by Mitt Romney.
Very, very close.
And Virginia, of course, still stayed with Barack Obama. So this is the context going into it. These 2 states are in the battlegrounds. They're part of the Obama coalition. So
Trump needs to win North Carolina. What does he need to do in order for that to happen?
Donald Trump, as with everything else we're talking about, needs to have that strong national message. He then needs, I say here, it's a tale of 2 cities. He needs to talk about things that are going on in the state. There's a governor's race, there's a Senate race, but there's also the violence that we had in Charlotte recently. He needs to find ways to address that and talk about that because a lot of North Carolina, it's going to be close no matter what happens. But North Carolina may be a must-win for Donald Trump. Virginia is a must-win for Hillary Clinton.
And she's in the lead right now. She's
in the lead. This is a lot like Georgia. Remember we talked a couple of weeks ago that if Donald Trump is not winning Georgia handily, he's going to be in trouble. If Hillary Clinton is not winning Virginia handily on election night, when those first results come in, you'll know she's in trouble.
What would happen where she would fall behind in Virginia?
We would be shocked.
Anything in this race.
Yeah, sure. What's the WikiLeaks announcement going to say? You know, if you were betting today, you would say Virginia is very much in her camp. It would require a collapse of the national campaign. And you have to remember, one of the reasons is Washington, D.C. In the northern part of Virginia, a lot of people there work for the federal government. They work for lobbying firms who lobby the federal government. They work for government contractors. These people like a Washington insider. They want to have somebody like Hillary Clinton in charge.
Which is the opposite of the national campaign right now.
Exactly.
So next week, what are we going to hit on?
Next week, we're going to hit on Wisconsin and Michigan, which is right up in here. Always the map starts with Florida and Ohio, and then Trump needs to find something else. These will be a tough match.
We're learning Florida, Ohio, and then we're going to move on.
That's right.